On today's edition of High Tech Investor, 500 channels of cable TV are here. You'll be shopping, playing games, paying bills, banking, buying stocks, and even making video phone calls to your friends.
Hi, Jack.
Hey, Randy, how you doing tonight?
Cable television will have virtually everything except the cable. Wireless cable systems now serve over 500,000 people in the U.S.
We think this will be the premier growth opportunity for the next decade.
Recommendations for the small investor on cashing in the future profits of high tech.
They feel comfortable with a wireless cable company in which they're about to take financial interest.
These stories and more on this edition of High Tech Investor. Here's your host, Jim Chappell.
The microchip has made high-tech toys possible. Industries using cellular telephones, satellite pagers, fax machines, high-definition televisions, they're all booming today. In fact, the images you're now watching are not real. It's computer animation that nowadays is just taken for granted. A few years ago, futurists made a prediction that sounded strange. They said those technologies or services that are delivered by wire or cable today would soon become wireless, and vice versa. Now think about it. Telephone companies set up by stringing wires across the country, but today wireless cell phones are everywhere. On the other hand, television was first set out through the airwaves. Today, cable systems bring multi-channels into your home. But this may be changing again. Our first report involves a new technology that industry experts believe will be the choice of the 90s. It's called super high frequency television, or wireless cable TV. It's a technology perfectly suited for sparsely populated service areas, like the one served by Northwest Telecommunications in rural Ray, North Dakota.
Well, the programming available today to our community is 3 channels. NBC, CBS, and Prairie Public Television.
We were very limited to sports out here. There were times where we couldn't get Monday Night Football and or the World Series if it happened to be on ABC.
There's places up in our northern area that don't even get that very well. So some people are just out of it.
It brings a service to our subscribers who live outside of those communities that have cable TV systems, and it provides a service outside of our service territory also to other people that live in the rural area.
Our directors went into this wireless cable TV to provide a service for our rural subscribers.
The way wireless cable works is simple. Scrambled satellite cable programming is received at a central location. These programs are retransmitted to a small receiver on the subscriber's home. This technology not only works well in rural areas, it's a big hit in the large cities. Let's take a look at the system in Atlanta.
Atlanta is the 10th largest TV market. In the metro Atlanta area, there are nearly 1.5 million TV households, of which fully 42% still lack cable services.
More and more, cable TV service is considered a necessity, providing not only entertainment, but also news and weather from around the globe, as well as business and financial information. Still, many sections of the Atlanta market are either looking forward to having their first cable service or to finally having an alternative cable service available. Add to this situation current surveys that show rates going up at a faster rate than commensurate service. In 1988, recognizing that there was a definite growth and service problem in the Atlanta cable TV market, Rick Haney and Rick Kendrick began investigating wireless cable. They found wireless cable flexible, and it permitted more economical penetration into previously unserved areas.
Recognizing the great growth potential available through combining this state-of-the-art technology with their already existing private cable systems, R&R Technologies, under its new name, Wireless Cable of Atlanta, becomes the first and only private cable owner-operator to offer wireless cable to Atlanta. By installing a wireless transmitter atop the city's tallest structure, the Peachtree Plaza, Wireless Cable of Atlanta's 10-watt signal will blanket a 20 to 25-mile direct line-of-sight area and has the potential of serving some 700,000 residences and over 35,000 businesses, With future increases in power output planned, an even wider area can be served.
Wireless cable will make it possible to distribute cable programming to rental communities, businesses, and private residences. Wireless cable was also found to provide this service faster and easier than traditional franchise cable installation and service methods. And the combination of wireless with the existing private cable systems will allow for a more efficient operation.
Most of Wireless Cable of Atlanta's private cable systems have been standardized, offering basic program services, including those from satellite channels, Atlanta's broadcast channels, plus a variety of pay services. Recently, Wireless Cable of Atlanta premiered its pay-per-view capabilities with the Holyfield versus Holmes boxing event. Wireless Cable will allow the delivery of a greater number of programs at fees that will remain lower than the competition.
If you would like to subscribe to Wireless Cable, check your local telephone directory. But those of you who would like details on how you could become involved in a wireless cable system now under construction, take note of the following message.
As a high-tech investor, this is a golden opportunity to join with the many groups that are presently building and operating new wireless cable television systems. In fact, the Wall Street Journal predicts that wireless will do to cable what MCI and Sprint have done to AT&T. Construction costs are about 25% of the normal capital requirements because there are no streets to dig up or costly cables to run. Installation is simple and quick, which bring cost way down. For example, in Las Vegas, the average cable bill runs about $30 per month. The average wireless bill is only $17 per month. In a system now under construction, the partners forecast that in 4 years, they'll be serving more than 65,000 subscribers, with each subscriber being valued at $2,000. This system will be worth over $135 million, which can translate into a glittering monthly dividend check or a huge profit if you decide to sell your shares. High-tech investors have already secured FCC licenses and are now in the process of building these new systems. If you can handle the minimum investment, I strongly urge you to seize this opportunity. This high-tech investor package has been approved by the federal government for your IRA retirement accounts. Remember, this is a limited opportunity, so dial the investor hotline now. Both the information and the call are free.
The first cable TV system appeared in the late 1940s with just a total of 3 subscribers. How things have changed. Nightline with Ted Koppel recently took a look at what our cable future holds.
Let's see what else is available on the 150-channel system.
It's going to change the way we shop, the way we're entertained, even the way we educate our children.
Let it learn your habits and suggest some programs that you may be interested in.
In fact, the future of television technology is so radical, it may change our very society.
I go to the menu option, allows me to make a video phone call using my video camera.
The market, the potential over the next few years is probably in the tens of billions of dollars.
This is ABC News Nightline. Reporting from Washington, Ted Koppel.
Television networks, as you have known them, will probably be unrecognizable another 10 years from now. Television, as you know it today, is undergoing enormous changes which themselves may alter the very face of our society and culture, how we entertain ourselves, how we acquire and distribute information, how we shop and do business, where we live, how we relate to one another.
Thank you for calling Bell Atlantic's Video On Demand system.
In Arlington, Virginia, 300 participants in this test project can already dial up dozens of movies and television shows whenever they want. They punch in a number. It triggers a computer that within 10 seconds pumps the desired movie over phone lines and onto a television screen. In Cerritos, California, consumers in another experiment are now using their cable TV wires for two-way communication, to play video games with a friend in another part of town, or to browse through a video catalog, choose what they want and order it, all with their remote control. Sounds far-fetched. In fact, the technology is here and could be commonplace by the turn of the century.
They change the user from a couch potato, essentially, to the master of his machine. Just as you can pick up the telephone today and call anybody you want on the face of the earth, and you'll be able to dial up essentially any database, theater, library, church, university classroom.
Programmers imagine a 500-channel world where consumers get movies, TV shows, and sports on demand, where advertisers can narrowcast, reach just the consumer they want, where home shopping is not about buying cheap jewelry, but cruising a huge video mall.
This is going to be an immense business, something like a $3.5 trillion business in multimedia over the next decade.